Hello, hello, my friends. Happy Monday night. Hope you're doing well. We are going to do a scrapbook layout tonight, and I am excited to share it with you. I am using let me see if I can get a good picture of it to show you. This is the instructions. I am using the Close to My Heart Storybook Workshop Kit with a twist. Because of course I can't do it just the way the directions say. I have added a Cricut and a Simple or two, and I'm going to show you why I do that, but you can still do it the way that it was designed to be done. Let me know when you're here, and we will get started. And thank you all for the amazing birthday wishes yesterday. I love Facebook birthdays. They really make you feel good. It was a great day. We didn't do a whole lot of exciting, wonderful like super colossal things. We just did really super fun family things, so it was great. The girls came over in the morning and we colored and played, and they brought their gifts, and then we visited with my mom and had birthday cake there, and then we played outside because it was a beautiful day. Hi, Bonnie. Good. I'm glad you found it. Bonnie, I'm going to put everything here so you don't have to go searching all over anymore. So even Thursday night we'll be here, okay? I know that was kind of crazy last week, and I'm sorry. We'll just keep it here. It's just easier. All right, everybody. So first things first, you need to make sure that you are in the free classroom, because that's where all this stuff goes. So the recording from here, the free simple, instructions, supply list, everything, it's in the free classroom. So how do you find it? The easiest way is to go to karamiller.com, which doesn't want to pop up there. There it is. Hi, Susan. karamiller.com, and click on Classroom. And when you click on the classroom, it will bring you here. Hey, Shannon. It will bring you there. When you're there, you're going to click on the free one right here. This is my subscription. This is if you want to step it up a little. This is where you get lots of simples every month. We have a private Facebook group where we share ideas. We actually talk about ourselves more and our lives and our families than we do a whole lot of scrapbooking, but it's a cool spot to hang out. So if you really know that you want a scrapbook and you want inspiration and you want somebody to keep you accountable, you want to come into this one. But if you want to see what this is all about, you want to join the free one. And even if you're in Inspire, the subscription one, you want to be in the free one because there's just other stuff in here. So once you're enrolled, it's free. It's always free. There's not a hitch. I promise there's not a secret charge that's going to happen inside. It's free. When you scroll down, you will see all the details here. And see, there's a little arrow here. I didn't move tonight's up to the top, so click on that little arrow and keep going. And this is what we're working on tonight. I will move it up so it's up at the top. I just forgot to do that. But it's here. This is the SVG that we're working on. You don't have to go to the store to buy it. You don't have to go find it somewhere. You don't have to get it emailed. It's right here, okay? Here's the supply list of what I'm using. And I want to talk about that a little bit. The scrapbook kit that Close to My Heart offers is incredible. And it comes with, and I'll show you individually, I'll show you it, but it comes with lots of stuff. But when we're cutting simples, we need a little more paper. And if you're not sure what a simple is, hold on, I'm going to show you. You need a good stash of White Daisy cardstock, the 12 by 12. Or someone's white cardstock. And I am really big on creating shadow layers. That takes more cardstock. You don't have to do the shadow, and if you're trying to make do with just what came in the kit, then don't cut the shadow, but I'll show you why I like it. So I'm suggesting that you get that and this one, which is the extra cardstock pack. No, that's the White Daisy. Sorry. I thought I had it here for you. Oh, yeah, it's this one. This gives you 2 sheets each of extra paper. So the cardstock or the workshop kit comes with one of these two colors and this one. But if you're going to make layers to go with your simple, then you're going to want a little bit more paper. So here's a simple. This is the one we're going to work with. And these are the layers. So this gives you a double matte, triple matte for your photo, right? This gives you this little bitty frame on here, and then this adds to the color. And we're going to put it together in the layout, and I'll show you. But what's cool about it is you're going to have leftover paper. And I saved the paper. This is after Cricut cuts it out. So this, we're going to use this for another layout. And this we're going to use for another layout. And this is our white daisy, and we're going to use this for another layout. Okay? So it's not wasted, but so don't throw that away. That's a lot of good paper. Okay? All right. So let's go back to the classroom. Let me get you back there. So in the classroom, I said you're going to want the simple. So you're going to download the simple. And truly, that's the trickiest part of this. Where did you save it? Hi, Gwen. So you're going to click on this. Save it to your computer, remembering where you saved it. And then you're going to open up Cricut Design Space. I already have it here, but let me get out and I will replace it. Okay, so now I uploaded it to my computer, right? I'm going to come down here. It's an SVG, so I'm going to upload it, bring it from my computer to Design Space. This is where the tricky part is. Where did I save it? And I saved it to my desktop on this computer. So I have to look for it. And it says Storybook Simple Layout 1. And there it is, right? And now I say upload. Cricut's going to bring it in. And I'm going to say, yep, that's awesome. Bring that to the canvas. And now I'm ready to work with it. Okay? All right. And that's how you do it every single time. That's what you do with a simple. Now, simples come in and they have sizes for photos on them. A couple things you can do with them. First of all, they're all grouped together. So we are going to click off. We're going to ungroup. I'm going to drag you over here. This is layout 1, which is the one we're working with tonight. This is layout 2. We're not working with this tonight, but it comes in it. So it's page 1 and page 2 of a double page layout. We're not going to work with this one tonight, so I am going to just turn that eyeball off so it goes away. But when you bring this in, you'll notice that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. But they're grouped. So ungroup them. And now I want this layer that has the writing, has the sizes. If I just send this to my cut screen, well, let me do it so you can see. If I send it to the cut screen, it's just going to be floating around somewhere and not know what to do with it. See it? It's just kind of randomly there. That's not what I want. So I can either turn it off and not worry about it. And to do that, I just come over here and close the eyeball. Right? Or I can click on that and I can come up here and tell it guide. That's a new feature that's in Design Space. And what happens is it will stay there. It doesn't go anywhere. But when I say make it, it doesn't go to the cut screen. It just stays over there in the design as a guide. See, now I only have 3 layers and I don't have that random crazy just cutting on the mat. So that works. Another option, which is what I did in my samples, I wanted it to write on here so I would have them. Now, I could have done that myself. But, you know, hey, Cricut can do it too. So instead of turning this into a guide, I'm going to click on that again. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to change it to a pen. Now, that's going to tell Cricut I want you to write that that layer. But again, I need to tell Cricut where that's going to go. So I want Cricut to write it on this white layer. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click on that. So I want to select both layers, the writing layer with the sizes and then the white simple layer, and I'm going to tell Cricut attach it. Now when I send it over here, you can't see it? Oh goodness, why? I need like a bell that tells me that. So sorry. Let's back up. It's because I'm looking onto one and to the left and to the right. Apparently it's too far for my brain to remember. Let me undo and go back to that. Okay. So it's a guide there. I am so sorry. It's the guide, right? But I'm going to say, no, I want you to write. I want you to write like I did. Okay? All right. So I'm going to click on the guide. I'm going to come up here and change it to pen. And now I have to tell Cricut where to grab your pen, not on the walls. Where are you going to do it? I'm going to click on the right layer, hold down Shift, and click on the white layer. And I'm going to tell Cricut attach. And now I'm going to say make it. So now Cricut is going to use the pen and the cut, that first white layer. Then this is the next layer and the next layer. Okay? Super simple. All right, I already did the cutting with Cricut so that we don't have to wait for me to do that. I want to show you what this pile is on my desk right now. This is the instruction. It's full color, shiny paper, super nice, comes with your workshop. Gives you, this is, honestly, these workshops are what pushed me into designing the simples. Because I looked at this and went, I don't want to cut those. I don't like that. What? I got to do this? And then, no, I don't want to do any of that. I don't like that. There's got to be an easier way. And then when I put it together, I've got to do this, and I got to measure in the quarter, and the half, and the, nope, I don't want to do that either. I love the look, but I don't want to do that. So we don't. Instead of this picture, we are going to have two. Let me show you what else we have. This is what else comes in the kit. You get these great punch-out silhouette shape. What are they calling them? They have a good name. They're not silhouette shapes. They are, I don't know what they're called. Die cuts? I think die cuts in black. There's this great dragon. There's a unicorn, crowns, an amazing castle. There's that. These are my photos I'm going to use. Then this, there's also a stamp set that's optional. It's not in the kit, it's extra. But it's got the great dragon, rainbow, and a crown. They have matching die cuts. And there is digital art. We haven't talked about digital art, but I will put up some videos later this week to show you. It won't be in a live, but I'll show you. Digital art are SVGs that Close to My Heart creates that you can buy in little bundles that go into Design Space. I'll do a video on it later. But just know there's more if you like these dragons in this look. This is my favorite part of all of it. This is the sticker sheet. It's got titles and words, journaling spaces, these stripes down here, these sweet little titles, lots and lots of great parts. Dragon Slayer, You Are My Treasure. Love it. Then we have these different projects. This is from Project 1. These are not adhesive, but they're just punch outs, already pre-cut and stamped for you. Then we have these different colors. So you're going to get to have strips without having to cut up your cardstock. There is some custom pattern paper. This is super cool, but when you flip it over, it's boy themed. So it's dragons and swords and knights and shining armor. And then on this side we have unicorns and mirrors and roses and shoes. So depending on if you have a prince or a princess, you're ready to go in the black and white. Then you have your black cardstock. And that's all we're using tonight. And then there's more. This is the other layouts over here. So I'm going to move you over here. Shannon, isn't it cool? All right, so let me go back in order that I was sort of in. And I'm going to go to the simple. And we'll do that part before we assemble the layout. Where do I get this so it's not so busy? How about over here? All right, so here's the simple. This is what Cricut and I did. This gives you 2 photos, which the layout that came in the kit only gives you 1, but I'm always about adding more. I've got more photos. I decided that back in the day, scrapbooking didn't have as many. You were happy to put 1 or 2 photos on a page because remember we would go, I'm going to date myself, we'd drop off our film cartridge at the store. And then we'd go back in a week or 10 days and we'd pick up that envelope and we'd open it up and find our photos and find out, well, our thumb was in one or this one was too bright and didn't come out. But you finally maybe got 10 photos that were good. And then you scrapped those and you were done. I get 10 photos in 3 seconds now. So I have an overabundance of photos, which I bet all of you do too. And no, I don't go through and edit them. I'm terrible. I say I'm going to, and I have this really good plan. And it lasts about a day, and then I don't. The theory is that you should look at them after you take them and edit the ones out that aren't, like if you have duplicates, or you should, if you have too many, you should get rid of the extras. Pick the best. No, I don't. I just keep them all. Okay, so this was the double shadow thing I was talking about. So I'm just going to keep this easy, pop this down on this one, and this one you'll see it fits really, it's not a very big shadow, it's just a little, it's a nice little edge on it. Let me do it on white so that you can see it. See that edge? Some of you may say, yep, that's enough for me, I don't need to do any more. Or you also have this. Now if you're not going to use this one, just turn that layer off, don't even cut it. I like that it adds a little bit of extra to the page, and I'll show you when we go to put it together. So this goes on here, and then I'm going to do my photos. Now, magically, because I have 4 granddaughters, 3 of them are sisters, we have lots of princess photos. So here's my photos. All right. It's actually Lucy's birthday last year. And this is Lou and her Prince Charming daddy, Rosie and daddy, dancing on the trampoline, Rosie in the crown, and then Lou and her dad. So that's going to be my main photo, is Lou and dad. That's a 4x6, that's the way it came. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to glue this baby down and I am good to go. Right? It fits right on there. It's framed and we are set. Super easy. Now the other one, the rest of these I pulled out because I'm going to use them on page 2. I think I like this one, but I also liked, where was it? This one of Lou. Because it says it's her birthday, so I think I'm going to go with, this does too kind of, but it's sort of a duplicate. So I'm going to go with this. All right, this says it's 4x4, and that means I need to go into my toolkit. These are your toolkit templates. Now, yes, I could just take this. This is easy because it's 4x4. I could just take it and put it in my trimmer and cut it off at 4 inches. But by taking this, and I can double check to make sure it's the right size, it is, I can decide what I'm going to get. So if I just put this in the trimmer, I may not notice that I'm going to lose her shoes. If they were important, I would keep them. They're not. So I'm all set. I can just do it like that. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. And get rid of that. And then I'm going to pop this down. So now my photo part of this layout is all done. And that fits right there. So now my photo part is all done, right? I'm going to save these for layout number 2, which is next on my list. And then I'm going to get the instructions and figure out, well, what do you want me to do? This gives me the finished, but I'm going to go over here to the actual instructions, but I'm not going to really follow them because, of course, we're doing it our way. So first thing, it wants me to start with a black cardstock, and then it says attach 1A. And you're like, I have no idea what that means. So go back here, and you will find 1A is right here. And this is the cool part. It shows you the pattern paper, and it says it wants it to be 11 3/4 by 11 1/2. In other words, I'm only going to cut a little bit off. I'm going to cut a bigger amount off the bottom and a little amount on the right. Okay, so I'm going to grab my trimmer. Now, some of you may say, well, I thought you liked the Cricut. Well, I do, but it would make no sense to put this in and try and cut it with my Cricut because remember, Cricut only cuts 11 1/2, 11.49 by 11.49, right? So it wouldn't work. Where's that guy? Here you are. All right, so first things first, I need to cut the strip off. All the pattern paper from Close to My Heart comes with this magical, sweet little zip strip, which is a great little pattern that you can use on another layout. See it? It's like really cute. This is like magic stars. So always hold on to those. So now it wants 11 3/4 by 11 1/2. So I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch this way, and I can do that on this side. I don't need to try and get crazy. A 1/2 inch this way. And then it wants 1/4 inch this way. Okay. Now, I have to decide which way do I want it. The girls would probably tell me they like the dragon side too, but we're going to go with this side. But one of the things this workshop, and the workshops also have you, they usually give you a cool technique. So in this one, the technique is color a few of the images with the different blend markers. So it's dull green, vintage blue, and coral. I don't know if I have them all. Let's see. Do I? Oh, I have dull green. I don't have vintage blue. I don't think. I have ice blue. I think that'll work. It might be. And then, what was the other one? Coral? Goodness, how can I? Oh, I do have coral. Coral's like one of my favorite colors. How can I not have coral? Okay. So what that means is I need to kind of get a peek at the layout and figure out where things are going to go. Well, that's where the Simple comes in handy. This is going to go approximately here, so it would make no sense for me to color in things in this section because I'm going to cover them up, right? So maybe I'll color in something up here, like, and I'm not going to do all of them because we'll be here all night, but let's take the coral and let's color in the unicorn's mane. And when Gracie was little, she called it a hornicorn. So Gracie's now 7, but we still call it a hornicorn. And then maybe I will color this heart. So you're just going to add a little special uniqueness to you, and you're going to color things that mean something to you in your layout, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're just going to stay with black and white. But that's the technique that this layout kit shows you, okay? All right, so there's that. Now I can move you away. Now it wants me to put this on the black cardstock, right? Whoops, sorry. So we're going to start with the black as our base. If in my world, I think of this as pizza, and this is pizza crust. So that's going on the bottom. So where is this going to go? They've got this going over to the edge on this side, if I'm following the directions. And then just a little bit, it's tough to see on this measuring thing. Let me hide that for a sec so that you can see it. So they've got it lined up here, and then an even space at the top and bottom, okay? All right, so let's glue you down. Get over there. So this is the left-hand one. So my guess is the right-hand one is going to do the reverse over here, and we have another piece of this. Okay, so there's that. Now it says attach the honey butter scales, melon stripe, mulberry crowns, seabrook stars, and papaya dots strip die cuts. And you think, what? But remember, I told you about these. We have these. Okay, so here's the scale. Right? Yep, I'm going to go with this one, not this one. So the colors. So I got the scale. And these just pop out. They're pre-cut, and you just pop out these dies. I only need one. So I try not to pop everything out, and then I'll come back to it later. Sometimes they fall out on their own, but there's that one. Then the crown. Come on, little baby. Okay. Purple. No, coral. And it's really just kind of like paint by number. You know, you just follow the photo, and everything's here for you. So these are great to do at a crop or at a friend's house because everything's here. You just add your photos, a journaling pen. Now, if you don't have your Cricut with you, you could follow the instructions and do the cutting of your photo mats. And then you're measuring to get them on the layout right. So you don't have to add a simple to it. I just like the idea that I don't have to measure. That one, and am I doing the solid purple? No, I'm doing this one. Just talking to myself here. Okay, this last one. I could have popped these out before you came, sorry. But it's not hard, really. Only when I'm trying to talk to you and do it does it seem complicated. Okay, there. All right, so we're done with that one. I'll put that over there. And now I'm going to line these up. So it wants this one first. And I am going to just glue them down as I go because I feel like I'm going to line them up 17 times. And it looks like I did not cut my paper enough. But you know what? I'm going to line it up in the bottom and we're going to be good. I think when I measured, I should have cut more off of this one. But you know, we're good. No one's going to yell at me. The workshop people are not going to come and say you did that wrong. They're okay. There's one. And then this one. Notice they're reversible. There's other ones on the other side if you like those better. And there's that one. And you just kind of scooch it over so it touches. And then this one. Doesn't this make it really cool? It really does. I like it. Again, my fault, but it's not the right length. But we're okay. This is why I'm not really good at quilting. I told you I didn't like to measure. Then this green one. Green. Are you someone who sticks your tongue out when you work? You notice my face is not on camera. I was just realizing that I was biting my tongue while I was doing this. I was concentrating super hard. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's that. Next, attach 1B and mulberry strip. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I got to go back and look and see what 1B is. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. But 1B, and this is one where I just said, yeah, I'm not doing that. but let me show you what it is so that you know. It is 1A. 1B is right here. It's 1.5, and it's out of that paper. We could do it. That one, and all right, fine, we'll do it. It's 1.5. Let me get that paper. Is it you? No, it's you. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so which way does it go? 1.5. The paper goes this way. See how I can tell? It shows me it goes that way, but I'm going to cut this way. So now I want 1.5 by 10. All right. One and a half by 10. I have the wrong trimmer. Hold on. I have two of these. One has a thingy and the other one doesn't. I'm going to line you up to 10. Okay. So we have that, and then we need the mulberry stripe, which is back on here. See, you're kind of doing a little flipping back and forth, but it's all here for you. The mulberry strip. Here we go around the mulberry bush. Okay. And it's going to go, they want me to dovetail the end. We've talked about this before, but to dovetail, it's super simple. You just cut a little down, right down the middle, and then you go corner to the middle and corner to the middle. There's one. And you do the same here. And it doesn't really matter how deep you cut in. It's going to be either a deeper dovetail or shorter. There's no right or wrong. Okay. All right, so now we are ready. These guys go like this. Now, if I look here, it tells me it goes up 3 3/4 inches. Okay, I can do that because I have my handy dandy little Versamat. I line that up, and this is on the bottom, so 3 3/4 is right there. I'm going to adhesive you. Line you up. Go to 3 3/4. Line you up tight on the right. Make sure you're straight. And then you are going to go on top. All right. And you, now this looks like I've been cutting paper for days and days and days, but I haven't. And now I'm ready to read the next one. Attach 1C. What? What's 1C? 1C is actually the photo. So I'm going to substitute that and say attach simple. So what I'm doing is I left a whole bunch of steps out because they were going to have me put this, and then the dark green, and then the photo, and the thing, and I have it all ready. So we skipped a bunch. But I'm going to need to tuck that Mr. Dragon underneath, so I don't want to attach this just yet. I don't know exactly where it needs to go, and I need room for my dragon. So I'm going to get the dragon out, even though that isn't next on the list. I'm going to grab it because I kind of changed this a little. And if I go with their measurements, it's not going to fly. So I need Mr. Dragon. So I'm going to pull out these. I'm going to get him. He's right here. Oh, he's so cool. These are really nice. They're heavy. I love them. Come on, buddy. Come on. I want all your parts. There he is. Isn't he cool? And he's going to go this way. So his tail is going to get hidden underneath. Or if I really like him, they want him to come like this. So he's peeking out. But if I really like him, he could go on top. And I kind of like that too. But we're going to do it their way. He's going to peek out. So because I'm not sure where I want this yet, I am going to stick him to the photo, to the back of this. And then this whole contraption is going to move around, okay? So flip him over. I'm going to do a strip right here. And I'm going to put him like that. Okay? So now Mr. Dragon, he's kind of crooked. He needs to go straight. Is now part of my simple. So it's going to go somewhere on here. Maybe like this. I think I like that. Come on. Yep, Mr. Dragon, you look pretty good there. But now I have this circle with the hearts, which is right here. Now, because I added 2 photos, I took up more space, right? But, you know, you got to have more. So I took up more space. So maybe instead of the heart going there, I might put the heart down here. If you want to do it that way, you can. The heart can go right there, like that. The hearts pop out. But sometimes because you add, the simple changes it, because I need more photos, and they both go together. Okay. Now the other thing you could do, if you love this heart, you could cut it in half and save it, and then use it on another one. Because it's going to get tucked behind the photo, and maybe I want to save it. Come on, little hearts. And again, the hearts aren't going to show, so I don't have to punch all of them out. Only a few are showing. And then I'm ready. I'm almost done. It wants me to add some stickers. And I think the easiest way to do that is to just look at the photo and look at my sticker sheet and see what goes where. Sometimes reading the instructions gets a bit much. Almost done here. I'm not sure where this heart's going, so I got to punch all the hearts out. Sorry. I need some music here so I'm not singing, because my voice is not, it's not something you want to hear. So those of you that have been following along, I've been my mom's caregiver for a really long time, and about 8 weeks ago, she and I decided that it was time. She needed more care than we could do at home. And through a great deal of prayer and decision and searching, we found that she is eligible for the best long-term care facility here in our area. Thanks to my dad's service, it's the Vermont Vets Home. It's for veterans and their spouses, and it's amazing. So Mom moved in the end of February. She's been there about a little over a month. We had a couple of glitches along the way, but we're good. We're doing really well now. And we celebrated my birthday yesterday there. We brought cake. And what was fun is that we found out her roommate's birthday was yesterday too, and we didn't know that. So we had a joint birthday with her roommate. Now I need the rainbow. So I can put this down. I'm good with it. I can put it down with foam dots, or I can just put it down with adhesive. I got enough going on, so I'm just going to go with adhesive right now. But sometimes it's cool to give it a little dimension. And yeah, you're going to go there. The only negative to this is I don't see this stripe that I kind of wish I did. See, I followed their instructions, but I kind of wish I'd put this down a little bit lower. I wonder if I can do it without wrecking it. Can I? Maybe. I kind of wish I went a little bit lower with it. No, I'm not going to. Simples do change up the layout a little bit. So if I were to do this again, I would bring this down to about 2 inches. This one, not 3 3/4. But it's not the end of the world. It's really okay. I can live with it. I'm happy. Everybody's going in. And now I'm ready for the rainbow. So now where's my sticker sheet? Now I get to play with this, and I love these. So here's my rainbow. These are all pre-adhesived, and that is going to go right here. And then I have the crown, but it's using the sticker crown, but it's also using the black from here. This one. So there's a black heart right here. These are great. They're almost chipboard, and they're good and heavy. And that's going to go there, along with this. Oh no, it goes with these, like asterisks, snowflakes, stars. I don't know what they are. Okay, and then I need Happy Day is on here. I need some arrows. They're right here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 arrows. 1. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4 arrows. I think that's it. Oh, no, more hearts for the dragon. Do I have more? Yep, here's a heart. And here's a heart. Okay. Oop, a crown. This one. All right, I keep saying okay, and then I'm only kidding. There's so many cool things. Now, let's get you off of there. We need the Happy Day title. Isn't it cool, Gwen? And seriously, I didn't do anything. All right, so how do we line these babies up? We are going to use... Now, if I put this black on this picture, it's not really going to show. So I'm going to go down here with it, and I'm going to line it up. In their picture, they go straight with it. I'm going to go along with this, or if I want it straight, I can go with this straight edge. I truthfully think I want it to go here, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a little, and I'm going to line it up right flush with the dark matte. And I'm going to use that as my guide to get happy on. All right, because they're individual letters. You will decide what works on each layout. And this one, this works good if you're using a simple. If you're not, you can follow their instructions and they'll tell you. But this is like shiny. It's so cool. And the colors match perfectly. I am the matchy-matchy queen, and so having things all coordinated for me just makes my heart sing. All right, so there's Happy, and Day is right here. Come on. This would be so tricky to cut. Yes, the Cricut could do this, but then you'd have to figure out how to get the adhesive on the back, and it would be tricky. You can do it. No one said you can't. I am one of those people that would walk through craft fairs and say, oh, I could do that. Did I? Probably not, but I said I could. Here's Day is going to go right here. All right, so there's Happy Day. And I'm going to put my arrows on. These are not adhesive, so I have to use my adhesive on these. One. There's also one from a sticker one that they want me to use. Two. Now, had I not had the photo with the chalkboard in it, I might have put the happy day over here, but because it wasn't really going to show well, the day part, I put it over here. You could argue either way. It's my layout and it's done and I'm happy with it. So we're good. I'm going to take an arrow from right here. Right? What else am I missing? Oh, my hearts. And it seriously is like the most amazing layout, and it's because of all the cool stuff that they gave me. So you get 3 2-page layouts in the workshop and more. And then if you add the simples, you could make it even bigger. Our crayon is going to go there. Ooh, these guys. And then I need Sweet Girl, which is cool because I call Lucy that all the time. There's that. Sweet Girl is right here. And that's going to go right there. And another arrow, which is right here. Now, there's tons others on there that I could have picked, but I tried to stick with the way they had done it. I don't think I'm missing anything. It suggests a 3D foam tape if you want to get a little bit more dimension. I think this is about as busy as I would like it to be. Oh no, I know what I'm missing. I'm missing these little guys. And this is going to cover up my boo-boo up here that I didn't go quite as big as I should. Or I went too big on this layout. I should have cut this a little bit more. It's okay. So this is layout number 1 on the left, layout number 2. So it's a little lopsided and you're thinking, wait, why is it like that? It's like that because this one over here is going to be the same way. It's going to have the same, I'm going to line it up. All right. So you can see layout number 2 is right here. This is layout number 2. So it's the same kind of things. You're reversing these two. You're going to do the same strips on the other side along with the same pattern paper. I'm going to go through now and color in a few more of these now that I can see what's here and what's going to show. This one uses the castle sticker. That's this one right here. It uses some of, there's other cool arrows, like curvy arrows. There's this great journaling right here, and that's where I'm going to journal about the party. Honestly, it's all right here. It's so cool and so easy. All right? So if you decide you haven't already ordered this and you order it from my link, which is in the description, in the classroom, I will also send you the other SVGs that go with the other layouts so that you have layout, this 1 2-page layout. You already have that. But if you order, you'll get layout for the 2-page for layout 2 and the 2-page layout for layout 3 simple. Okay? Hope that's not too confusing. All right, everybody, thanks for coming and scrapping along with me. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll be back on Thursday night. But watch for some videos this week. I will talk about digital art so that you can see what the Storybook digital artwork looks like and how you might want to use that. Any questions? Just ask. Have a great night. See you soon. Bye.